One of the most important things you can understand when it comes to achieving any goal is that you will feel like doing it once you start doing it. And I know that sounds like a nice slogan to put on a t-shirt, but it really is true. And in this video, I'm going to explain why. Because once you understand why you feel like doing it, once you start doing it, it makes it a lot easier to actually force yourself to do the things that you don't want to do, but need to do. And once you unlock that, any goal that you've got, whether that's fat loss, building muscle, running a marathon, becomes a hell of a lot easier because you're not fighting with yourself anymore. You've probably heard of dopamine, and dopamine is a chemical in the brain that is responsible for making effort feel good. Because if we strip it back to hunter-gatherer days, and I say hunter-gatherer because I think it sounds a lot better than caveman, and also one of the books that I first read about all of this stuff was a book called The Dose Effect by TJ Power. Highly recommend going and reading that, by the way. And in that, he referenced them as hunter-gatherers. Anyway, if we take it back to those kinds of times, the activities we need to engage in, such as finding food, starting a fire, finding shelter, would require effort. So it's pretty smart of the brain to make those activities feel good, so we want to do them, so basically we don't fucking die. But the thing is with dopamine, it's meant to build gradually. I'll come on to the problem when we spike our dopamine in a second, but yeah, it's meant to build gradually. And that is why when you first start an activity, you probably don't feel that motivated to do it. You probably feel like it's a bit of a pain in the arse. But then as you get more and more into it, you become more and more motivated. You enter this kind of flow state where you're kind of engaged in the activity and it feels good. And you finishing those activities that require effort, like going to a gym, going for a run, going out to a supermarket to get the ingredients to cook a healthy meal rather than ordering a takeaway. And you finish all that stuff and you feel good, you feel motivated, you feel driven. Like take me, for example, right now. One of the main reasons I'm actually recording this YouTube video is because I've just finished a run. And this isn't by accident. I know that when I go for a run, I build my dopamine to a pretty good level. So I'm motivated to do all the stuff that I need to do for the rest of the day. This is why going for a morning walk is so important. It's why going for a run in the morning is so helpful for me. It's why I'm a massive advocate of going to the gym first thing, because you build that dopamine and then that dopamine is going to gradually reduce through the rest of the day, but it keeps you pretty driven and pretty motivated for the rest of the day. The problem is within our modern society, we have found some pretty easy ways to spike our dopamine, with alcohol and social media, particularly short form content, being the main ones. And every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So when we spike our dopamine pretty quickly through those activities, inevitably it's going to drop pretty quickly as well. For example, that excited feeling when you have a drink, that is dopamine being spiked. But the next day, when you can't be bothered to do anything, when you don't want to move, when you just want to eat like shit, that is dopamine dropping. Same thing with social media. When you start scrolling, you feel a sense of relief, a sense of pleasure, probably feel a bit relaxed. But then when you finish a doom scroll, do you want to do anything? No, because your dopamine has dropped. And this is so important to understand, because when you can see that the difficult things that you don't want to do, like running, lifting, eating well, will leave you feeling good, and the easy things that you want to do, like scrolling on social media, drinking alcohol, will probably leave you feeling shit, then it's so much easier to do the difficult thing. And not only is it going to get you closer to certain goals, like I've just mentioned, it's going to get you feeling good, which is pretty much the whole point of this anyway. And then it feeds into its own cycle, because you do something difficult that leaves you feeling good, and that leaves you feeling more motivated to do that difficult thing next time. And then the more you do that, the more motivated you're going to get, and the better results you're going to get. So then you're more motivated. And this is literally how you create motivation. This is literally how you get yourself to do the things that you don't want to do, by simply recognizing that once you start doing it, you're going to feel like doing it, which is the whole point of this video. But what I will say is this is going to require you to force yourself. This is going to require you to understand that you're not going to feel like it, but you need to do it anyway. It's going to require you to understand that you don't get motivated by sitting around and waiting for it. You get motivated by taking action regardless of how you feel. But the beauty and all of that, and this is what I hope this video helps with, is once you start that cycle, once you build that momentum, it gets so much easier. And if you want some help building some momentum with your own fitness goals, check out the link in the description where I offer a free 2-week trial for my online coaching, where I'll help you create a plan of action to get you moving, to force you to do the things that you probably don't want to do but need to do to get you to where you want to be. All the info is in the description, and I really hope this video helped.